Good morning, everyone. Let's just check and see who's joined me this morning. Hi, Cynthia. Hi, Tina. Hi, Kirsty. Noonie, Paula, Michelle. I'm just getting out of the way of a couple of cyclists. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Chelsea. Hi, Charity. Hi, Tina. Hi, Anne. Hi, Silka. Hi, Lisa, Connie, Fawn, Laura, and Kevin. Alrighty, so we've got 4 minutes before we officially start. So I recognise most of your names. Isn't it gorgeous, Lisa? So we're in Queensland now, and the sun's just starting to shine through. It's coming up to 6:45 a.m. That's Queensland time. Now, Queensland doesn't adopt daylight saving, so it's actually 7:45 New South Wales time, which I'm still trying to get my head around. I think my body's still trying to get its head around it as well. Hi, Jess. Hi, Tony. Hi, Alison. Jess and Lisa. All right, so for those who haven't done forest bathing with me before, what I'll do at the very beginning of once the clock ticks over, just to be fair for everyone who joins right on the time, is I'll go through spend a couple of moments just explaining what it's all about and what you can expect. In a nutshell, I won't respond to the chat for the half an hour roughly that we'll be doing the actual forest bathing. So if you have a question about something that we see, this isn't intended as a postcard tour, although it is beautiful. So basically, we will basically be getting into the forest experience during that half hour. Sunday, this will somehow new. I was busy yesterday. Well, we were travelling yesterday, Jess. So we were travelling between Toowoomba and the Sunshine Coast, so it just wasn't going to happen yesterday. Good morning, Drawing Tours. Good morning, Marion. And hi, Rhonda. Welcome. Becky, hello. Okay, so I'm just going to slowly walk until start time. Hi, Laurie. So isn't this lovely? This is a spot called Mountain Creek. And we're on the Sunshine Coast, just outside of Mooloolaba. Mooloolaba is about 100 kilometres north of Brisbane. And with a name like Mountain Creek, I mean, it's going to meet your expectations, isn't it? All right, so we're just coming up to a minute shy of start time. I'm just going to slowly walk along this trail, and it heads towards a lovely pond with water lilies. So I think this is absolutely perfect, this track. A friend of mine lives quite close to here that I'm going to catch up with for lunch later on today. So look where we are. How gorgeous, how beautiful. Hi, Brian. All right, so when the clock ticks over, I'll turn the camera around, introduce myself to you, welcome you on board, and then we'll take it from there. Hi, Hadrian. We haven't started yet, so I'm just about to start. Hi, Becky. Hi, Alina. And hi, Joan. All right, so let's turn the camera around. Good morning, everybody. For those who haven't met me before, my name's Lynn, and welcome to the Sunshine Coast. We are staying 3 nights in Mooloolaba, which is about an hour and a quarter north of Brisbane, 100 kilometres north of Brisbane. And where I am located right now is about a 10-minute drive from where we're staying. A place called Mountain Creek, and it's just beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. So I'm really looking forward to bringing this forest bathing experience to you from such a gorgeous location. Before we begin, I just want to acknowledge that we're meeting today on the traditional lands of the Gubbi Gubbi people and pay my respects to their elders past, present and emerging. Thank you so much, Shamika. And hi, Lynn, April and Justin. Hi, Olga. I think I said hi to Joan. Okay, so let me turn the camera around again. During this next half an hour, I won't be acknowledging the chat. So quickly, hi, Angela and Inga. So I won't be acknowledging the chat for the next roughly half an hour, which means if you have any questions about something that we've seen, I'm probably going to miss it. But we will recap at the end, and I'll try and address any questions about something that you see. But the purpose of the forest bathing is I invite you. I will speak in the first person. I will explain what I'm experiencing. I invite you to imagine that you're in my situation. So I might say that I feel a breeze on my face. So I invite you to imagine that you also feel that breeze on your face, as an example. And that is the intention behind that is for you to hopefully get as close to my experience here in the forest as possible. I will walk very slowly. I will try to describe what I see, what I feel, what I smell, and what I hear. And let's just take it from there. There's no rules. All I ask, if at all possible, is that you sit in a relaxed situation and try and imagine being here. All right, just very quickly, I'll acknowledge those who've joined just now. So there was Inga, hi Linda, hi Rochelle, hi Elizabeth, and hi Jessica. Okay, so let's begin. So I'm walking along the forest trail, and I stop to take note of my physical situation. I'm aware of people coming up behind me. I won't allow them to distract me as I walk. I was like, okay. Because I wasn't arguing like badly. I was just trying to point out. I take stock of my feet. I feel the softness of the leaves on the path underneath my feet as I walk, cushioning every footfall. The forest is still, and I pay my attention to the sound of the birds. I feel the temperature. I'm aware of the humidity in the air. I pause to listen to the sounds of the crows and look around me. I stop to take notice of some interesting features of the landscape. Carvings on sandstone blocks. I want to get in nice and close and see more detail. I resume walking. A new bird call has come into my awareness. It's not one I recognise. The magpies start caroling. I'm noticing the greenness of the understory. And wonder at the sunlight casting a glow on the forest ahead of me. I hear what sounds like it might be a duck, but I'm uncertain, mingled with the sounds of the magpies. Singing their morning song. I've become aware of the smell of the forest. Just faint, very faint eucalyptus smell. And my attention is suddenly drawn to a spectacular tree against the sky. Difficult to see. It's like a skeleton, a dead tree, all white, reaching upwards. And now water comes into the picture, instantly calming. I stop to admire the reflections. Early morning, on a still water. A plant catches my eye, almost invites me to touch it and feel it. The texture looking so incredibly soft. I'm observing where a tree has fallen. almost an invitation to cross. I imagine myself sitting astride this fallen tree trunk, like some Huckleberry Finn character. I return to the path. All around me, I'm surrounded by sounds of birds. I pay attention to the feel of the path through the soles of my shoes, the unevenness of the stones, creating pressure points against the soles of my feet. I'm aware of the sound my footfalls make on the path. I notice the different shapes of the vegetation alongside the path. From small palms alongside feathery ferns, and stop to admire this old man of the forest, looking upwards to see how far he reaches. New bird calls enter the soundscape. Some I know, the currawongs, another songbird. Others I have no idea. I don't recognise. New to me. Another forest giant. I am keen to see its changing shape and colour as it reaches the top of up towards the sky. I stop to listen to the cries of the black cockatoo, distinctive. Again, the magpie calls. The sun has momentarily passed behind a cloud. Its rays muted now across the vegetation. I feel drawn towards another plant. I just want to touch it. I want to feel it. I want to feel its texture. I take stock of my breathing. I deliberately slow it down and inhale a little deeper. I notice the path opens out. It's suddenly less forested. And water enters the picture once again. On the one side, we have the creek. And then when I turn to my right, ponds. Ponds with water plants. I'm instantly reminded of Monet's paintings of water lilies set in an Australian landscape. The bird calls have changed. I know instinctively this is a place of tranquility. I continue along the path. I want to see more. The vegetation appears slightly different somehow. Tree trunks are slimmer, grass is taller. I'm leaning against the bark of a tree. I feel the roughness against the palm of my hand. As I look closer, I notice lichens speckling the bark. I've become curious. What causes this? Why is there a pile of detritus halfway up the branch of the trunk of a dead tree? A new colour enters the picture. Incredibly smooth. Smooth and cool. Contrasting. Once again, the softness of the sun providing a glow across the top of the vegetation alongside the path. My attention has been drawn to a single purple flower amongst the water lilies. I try to identify the birds as I hear them. There's so many, it becomes just a melange of chorus, birdsong. As the power of the sun increases, I feel moisture on the back of my neck. There's no breeze. It's totally still. I pause to take joy from the reflections. Once again, the beauty created by the stillness of the water. Rays of sunshine reach out across the water lilies. Ducks have become startled by my presence. All right. I'm going to finish here, not finish the tour, but finish the forest bathing. Did you enjoy the location? It's really beautiful, isn't it? Off he goes. There he goes. Linda, this is called Mountain Creek Conservation Area. Oh, thanks, Rochelle. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly start walking back towards where I've parked. So we have 10 minutes more of this, so we can walk and talk. So the forest bathing part of it is over. I saw people arrive, and as I said right at the beginning, during that half an hour of what we call the forest bathing, I'm not engaging with the chat. Although some of you might have noticed that I did take on board some of your comments in terms of reflecting that in what I was observing as well. So there were some comments about my footfalls on the crunchy gravel and touching the bark of trees, and I tried to include that as I was going as well. Time flies when you're having fun. Yeah. This is a really cute little juvenile, I guess it's a she-oak, and there's a bird in there just hiding from me, just around the side. What sort of bird is that? Let me see. I think it's a wattle bird, and he's feeding. Don't fly off, don't fly off. I'm trying to get you in frame. There you are. Okay, so that's a wattle bird, and he's feeding on a banksia flower. Yeah, that's you. I'm talking about you. Isn't he pretty? Feeding on the banksia flower. So what is the overall opinion on doing this forest bathing? I've done 3 or 4 sessions now. I'm no expert. I've just read about it. It was intriguing to me. And of course, the idea for anyone who hasn't done it with me before is that we slow down, we immerse ourselves in the forest and in nature, and in so doing, we take some rejuvenation, and it's restorative. We take the restorative energy from walking in the forest. Oh, Rochelle, I try and do it as often as I can. It's really I try and do it on a weekend, early morning on a weekend, because that suits. There's a couple of ladies here who absolutely adore this, and that's their availability. So I confess that I am working in with their request. And it just, I've just spotted a really beautiful scene, but I just can't get to it. I want to try and get down there and show you this. This is a beautiful postcard opportunity. Hey, yeah, Jess, you know who I'm talking about. All right, here we go. Let's get down here. This looks just lovely postcard opportunity down here, guys. It's so pretty. I'm going to go back through a couple of comments I missed. Sue, such birdsong varieties, beautiful light. Yep. The birds were beautiful here. Thank you for showing the barks. Yeah, no problem, Angela. It's something I love as well, so it's easy for me to do that. Awesome. Thanks, Tina. Jess says love it. Shamika says love it. Angela, my first time I loved it and can imagine the smell. That's what I was trying to do, was really just try and somehow bring that experience to you. So if I've succeeded in doing that, great, fantastic. Found it relaxing, so restful, so needed. What city are you in? Tina, I am in the Sunshine Coast in Queensland. We're staying in a place called Mooloolaba. It's Mooloolaba. And I'll be doing sunrise from Mooloolaba Beach tomorrow morning. And where this is located is I guess you'd call it a suburb on the Sunshine Coast, 10 minutes drive from Mooloolaba. It's called Mountain Creek. And Rochelle says, my first forest bathing experience, please do one again. Very soothing, love it. Thank you, guys. Validation is always a welcome thing. Best virtual date ever. Thanks, Lisa. Robin, I'm a weekend viewer as well, mostly. Okay, excellent. Hadrian, this is my first relaxing. I don't understand the rest of your comment, Hadrian. But location and... No, I don't know. Sorry. Oh, location appreciated. So did my answer to Tina address that for you, Hadrian? I named as many as I could, Rochelle. There were some word calls that I didn't recognise. Thank you, Hadrian. Yeah, sunrise is going to be beautiful tomorrow. I'm so confident. And it's a block. We're staying in a place that's 1 block from the beach. So I'll do a little bit of a... There's a boardwalk. So we'll be walking south and looking towards a lighthouse and a rock wall. So I'm confident that it's going to be absolutely beautiful tomorrow. Can you name the birds you said again, please? Okay, so Tina, we heard, the one we saw was the little wattle bird. We heard rainbow lorikeets. We heard magpies. They were the ones with the beautiful song. There was another bird that someone commented on. I think it was Lisa. That was the currawong. We also heard crows. What else did we hear? There were some small birds that I can't identify. That they would be the higher pitched tweeting. That one we're hearing now is the rainbow lorikeet. Mountain Creek, Ruth, it's Mountain Creek Conservation Area. And it's about a 10-minute drive from where we're staying in. It's spelled Moolooolaba. Mooloolaba. Anytime I see the sun, I'm happy. Oh, you're welcome, Joanna. Hadrian, love the bird calls. Very unfamiliar as. Thank you, Alison. I hope I was able to identify some of those birds for you. And we did hear, I don't know if you noticed, we heard the black cockatoo, which was that sort of long screech, but not as screechy as the white cockatoo, if that makes any sense at all. All right, so I'm just slowly walking back towards where I'm parked. So I'll give you more opportunities to take postcards on the reverse. Yeah, they're rainbow lorikeets. The black cockatoos tend to only be in singles or pairs, and it's sort of a longer but slightly softer screech. I happened to look up just as it was flying over and saw it. I would not have been able to capture it in the camera. I just very, very quickly saw it flying over. I used to hear them a lot in the Blue Mountains, and they're very elusive. Whereas the white cockatoos hang around in huge bunches. They're very loud. It's difficult to talk over them. Look at this one. It was Alison, I think, who liked the bark. All right, so we've gone over the 40 minutes, but I still have to get back to my car, so you're welcome to stay with me. I'm hearing magpies again. Oh, also, I saw Mum and Dad come on. Hi, Mum. Hi, Dad. That was when I wasn't acknowledging the chat, so I did see you. Good morning. Look at this one. I've got to show you these two trees together. All right, so we'll go up and watch these two trees together. All right, and I'm going to just turn slightly. I think they're crows we're hearing. Pretty sure they're crows or ravens or something like that. So just quickly for Mum, we had dinner at Ray's place last night with Shelley and her husband. So it's my uncle. My uncle lives in Caloundra, and he lives with his daughter and her husband. So we went there last night for dinner. All right, so just about back to where I parked. Look at this tree stump here. I think it's had a lightning strike. Where is it? Hang on, let me get into a good position for it. I just noticed I got a low battery signal, so let me sort that out too. You look at this tree while I find my backup battery pack. Otherwise, the tour's going to die before I even get back to the car. Right, there's the battery. Plug that in there. Okay, all good. So here we go. That's what I was looking at, and we've got a little bit of a cluttered background, but I just wanted to show you the just the remains of that tree. Let's go over here. So when I arrived here this morning, my weather app was showing me, you're welcome, Tina, no problem. My weather app was showing me that it was 23 degrees, feels like 26 due to the humidity, and it's going to get to 30 degrees here on the Sunshine Coast. So where we're staying has pools on the complex. Look at these gorgeous palms. Pools in the complex and the beach across the road. So I think we're going to be fine. I think we're going to be okay today. I was actually quite surprised at how reasonable the price of this accommodation was for what we're getting. Same price as a motel room. If I see the sun, yep, I can definitely see the sun. Let me just get into a spot where I can blind you. You ready? Now that's a sulphur-crested cockatoo. That's a white cockatoo. All the tall trees through here, who's asking? Sorry, Rochelle. All the tall trees through here are various kinds of eucalyptus, gum trees. So you can see here we've got different textures, different barks. And if I go up, they're actually all different kinds of eucalyptus. Isn't this a beautiful walk? Look at this. I wonder if anything lives in there. And then we have these palms. I think they're cabbage tree palms. Let's look up at those. And this gorgeous eucalyptus here, this one. Those crows are noisy. This part of the trail is so pretty with the ferns and the palms. So anyone who's just joining, hi Joyce, I don't know if I missed anybody else. I know that it's difficult with Hago. You look at the calendar and you see that there's a tour in progress. Unfortunately, we've actually gone over time. We're right at the end of it. We've missed the forest bathing part of it, and we're literally just walking back along the trail in the direction of where I've parked. So we're just, this is just extra stuff. I can't get to that. I can't get to that to Tina. I think it's at like 2. That was a white cockatoo. It's at 2 a.m. or something for me, I think. I know I looked it up and it was a very unfriendly hour for Australians. And yeah, I hope everyone enjoys it. Oops. But not one of these cockatoos is getting to a place where I can actually show it to you. A little white dot flying off in the background there. No, Sue, this is not a barefoot-friendly track. It's too stony. Let me just show you. There's all rocks and stones. If it was a nice grassy track, I would give it a go, but no, it's that wouldn't be very relaxing. Although I know some people use in Korea, they have these deliberately. I'm just going to show you this. They have water baths that you can walk along, and they have a rocky bottom, but they're not sharp pebbles, they're smooth, and that's a kind of foot massage. And now I've got a fly buzzing around my head. There's a kind of fly in Australia. I don't even know what you really call it. It's a horse fly or something like that. They're big and they're buzzy and they sting. If you allow them to settle on you, they actually sting. You know the ones I'm talking about, Rhonda? I have not encountered any mosquitoes here. Tina, those hats aren't worn by anyone. I think that's a total myth. It's fun though. March fly. Yeah, I think that's the one I'm thinking of. They're nasty things, those are. I did a tour in Newcastle, Angela, that was quite near to water and swampy area. And some of the voyagers here might recall the mosquitoes I encountered that day. And I'd actually sprayed myself, which I rarely do. There was some complimentary insect repellent at the reception at the office, and I used it, and I still got carried off by mosquitoes. All right, I'm going to get to the end, to the gate here in front of the sign that I showed you in the chat a little earlier, and then I'll finish up because, yeah, we've gone over time a little. Thank you all so much for joining me. I'll just wait till we get over here, then I'll turn the camera around. I'll show you this beautiful eucalyptus tree over here with the sun shining on it. All right. So thank you, everyone. Another beautiful walk this morning. So thank you all for joining me on my indulgent forest walk. I hope you really got the same experience that I was trying to impart and enjoyed it somewhat. I will do these tours as often as I can. I'd like to do it weekly, but I can't promise that I'll do it weekly. I will do it as often as I can. So next weekend, in fact, I'll be down Rhonda's way, and I haven't actually checked out what's in the area. Rhonda, you're going to have to help me out and tell me whether there's a really good location for forest bathing when I get to your part of the world. Thank you, Rhonda. Thank you, Barbara. And thank you, everyone, for your kind words. And I'll see you tomorrow morning if you're able to join me for sunrise. Okay, let's have another look at this gorgeous eucalyptus tree. There we go. Isn't it beautiful? Thank you, Marion. Bye, everybody. See you soon.